Natalia Ghilzon, Big Break contestant on Atlantis. Natalia, another interesting week on the Big Break. I like the competitions. It's getting a little more fierce. It's getting more competitive, and we're starting to see some more strategies. Right away, Kelly comes out of the box and says, "I'm going to shoot for the two low scores on the championship board and see if we can." She has a strategy that way. What do you think of that when she made that comment?
I mean, not necessarily because I was at the bottom, but I think she had the right strategy, saying that I want to pick the lowest two so we can redeem ourselves with some points instead of the people that are up on the list to get even more points, because then she's going to have to play against those people with more points anyway, right? So it kind of worked out in her favor.
Yeah, do you think that she maybe looked at that a little quickly, because you were up on you were like third or fourth on the championship points going into the week before, and you had to give up your points to get immunity for the next week? Maybe she overlooked that a little bit, and
I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, I understand how she's saying, okay, I want to have the lowest points, even get 6 at the most for that challenge. So I mean, they have a chance to actually be on the board. So instead of having someone that has 30 points and then have 36, so then she's going to have to compete with somebody that has even more points, compared to someone that's only going to have a handful. So
yes, for the ones who watch the show, we know that in the end, Kelly had to end up giving up her points at the end, and yeah. I don't know if we call that a backfire. We saw kind of some different shots from her, but during the competition, obviously, you had it was pretty. I'd say it was pretty tense. It was pretty competitive. You hit some great chip shots. We're starting to see now. You get the power side. We've seen the mental side of it. Now we've seen some short game stuff, because both of us are pros, and short game is probably the key to the golf game, and so you hit some pretty good shots in the short game round. You got a couple of long bombs made on you. You hit it really close. You make a 2, and she makes about a 20-footer. Explain maybe a little bit what you're feeling during that competition and
the chipping competition.
Yeah.
Well, the first shot I had, I put it within, I think it was in a foot, and because of I wasn't first and Selene was up first, she got the choice of if she was going to be lone wolf or play with somebody else that played it a little bit closer. And she was smart. If I was in her position, I would have done the same thing. But I mean, it kind of was just a shot wasted. So I mean, okay, I can't do anything. I can't grab any points myself, even though I put it within a foot, and that's just how the game is.
So what do you think about the speed golf? I mean, it seemed,
was fun.
Yeah, when I was looking at it, I was like, it's too bad golf wasn't played like that most of the time, but maybe not as fast. Yeah. And even in the last group, we saw, the girls, they make a birdie, and basically, the first one, Marcella, she hit a decent drive, but she didn't take too much time, but she took a little bit more time than everybody else. Right. She get a good shot. The second golfer goes up there, basically just throws down a club, looks at the target, hits it, and then the girl goes up there and putts it. I mean, we
can't ask for anything
as a golf course, I'm sure that they're all looking for the people to play golf that way.
It's funny you say that, because everybody on Twitter was like, "You're the only one that didn't seem out of breath," even though I didn't do a lot of running. It's still, my heart was going pretty fast.
Do you think up to this point, the competition has been fair, and the girls that are off the show have been the ones that been really the weak ones, or do you think it plays out just how golf plays out? Hey, every day is different, and some days you're on it, some days you're not. What do you feel about that? I
mean, I don't think any of those girls deserve to go home. I don't. Shannon was a strong player. Megan didn't have that much experience, but she still was a strong player. She was mentally there too, and I mean, she always had fun on the golf course, and that's the main point. Shannon was very strong, like I said. Zakia is another strong player too as well, and Aubrey, she's got the height, she has the consistency too, and she also hit really good bunker shots, and she has a good short game. And I didn't play with her in the practice round, so I didn't really know. But I mean, I don't think any of the girls are bad golfers.
Right,
and
you think
it's just a luck of the draw.
Aubrey yesterday hit a lot of kind of under the gun, probably some tough shots, and didn't hit some very good shots. But you know what? I guess we, as golfers, we all learn from experiences, and it can take us up to another level. And again, as I look at it, I says, I honestly thought that maybe she did hit a lot of bad shots that day, and she was the one that probably was most likely going to be able to get off the show, and
I mean,
it just kind of looked that way going through the whole show. But
Kelly didn't play very well either.
No, it's true.
She hit one good shot. I mean, so that one good shot got her in. So Aubrey, she hit a few good shots out of the bunker. Didn't get her far either. So, I mean, it happens. It's just literally the luck of the draw. It's just the game.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
Like, I mean, Kelly hit bad shots in the immunity challenge, but she was okay in the challenge itself. Like, she hit an okay shot. It was a little bit off the green. Not a big deal. Aubrey didn't find the ball when it was in the bunker, but it was a tough shot. She was up on a side hill lie into the bunker. So, I mean, it's a tough shot. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and I think mentally she probably had it from there because she had to find the ball, and she gets a little rattled, and it tests the mental side of golf a little bit. But
I mean,
we don't play golf that way, but
no,
But
I mean, those shots happen in golf, and I mean, you have, let's say in a tournament, you have holes to make that up, but that's one shot on the show. It's one shot only that's going to actually get you and your partners into the next challenge. But in that case, it didn't. So, I mean, I thought me and Kelly, like, our Kelly's group did pretty well, but I mean, the only thing was that her iron shot was a little bit to the right. Other than that, we played pretty good. We were only like a couple seconds off. I think we were 3 points off from the leader.
Yep,
so, I mean, it wasn't like we completely
it wasn't.
fell apart,
It was.
So, I mean, I was happy with it.
That's good. So, now we're getting into episode 5 next week, and in between the week, this is only a day where you're shooting the video. Now you're relaxed, and do you do relaxing after that, or what's it like?
On
you
the
going out
show
to
or
dinner? No, on the show, like during the day. We know it's every day is a week, but there, are you relaxing and you go out to dinner? How was that night after that fourth episode?
It's always the same after every immunity challenge and then every elimination challenge. Then we go back to the room and freshen up a little bit, go to happy hour, so then we talk about the whole day again. And then after that, we do interviews. So, I mean, there's no relaxing on the show.
So a little taste of being a celebrity and getting on a big show. And, well, again, Natalia, we thank you a lot for spending the time with us, and we can't wait to see you next week.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, man.
That's good.